What I'm going to talk about today is the tourist arrivals in Indonesia monthly. So here the data in the graph, it shows from September 2017 until August 2018. In the first month, which is September 2017, it shows that there are 1,213 and 640 tourists arriving here in Indonesia. And the next month, it actually decreased. Looking in the graph, you can see that from September 2017 going to October 2017 decreased to 1,158 and 599. And from the graph, it shows that in November 2017, that was the lowest point where tourists arrives in Indonesia, which are 1,062 and 30. Yeah, looking in the graph, that is the lowest point of tourism here in Indonesia. In December 2017, it slightly increased to 1,147 and 31 tourists arriving here in Indonesia. But in January 2018, it decreased again, but not as much as November 2017, because the approximate numbers are 1,100 and 677, which is like 40,000 less than in November 2017. In February 2018, it increased the numbers of tourists arriving here in Indonesia, which is 1,201 and 1 million tourists here. It shows that now, maybe because at the start of the year, New Year's, the tourists they celebrate New Year's in their home here, and when after New Year's they come to Indonesia and for holidays and stuff. And in March 2018, it got a bit higher. It increased approximately 160,000 tourists here, but then going through April until May, it starts to go down. And in May 2018, the tourists arriving here is 1,242 and 588. And even though that's not that low, but yeah, still it decreased. Maybe because in mid-year, the tourists, they want to go back home. And in June 2018, the tourists, they start to go up again, which is almost the same as in April, which is 1,318. It's, even though it's more than in April, but yeah, it increased again. And in July 2018, that's the peak of tourists arriving here in Indonesia, which is 1,540,549. That is in 2018 from the graph showing it is the largest amount of tourists here coming to Indonesia. And going to the last point of the month, which is August 2018. In the graph, it shows that the amount of tourists, it starts to decrease again, but not as much, only 30,000 less. But it shows that in the span of almost in a year, tourists sometimes go to Indonesia and maybe go back, and maybe they don't stay long. But from the graph shown, it shows not that much difference, because it's still in the 1 million number of tourists here. The difference only maybe 100 of thousands that likes to go and leave and to come here. And yeah,